So coming up, we have the CEO and co-founder of Cognitiv, which is an AI business helping you reduce stress and create meaningful moments with your kids. We've got Jeremy Fain, CEO. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, tell us about Cognitiv.
Oh, Cognitiv was started 10 years ago as a company that was using this new technology back then called deep learning. And now deep learning is synonymous with AI. But 10 years ago, we thought this new technology that was starting to power self-driving cars and Siri and Alexa could be really good at understanding and predicting human nature. And so that's really what we've been working on for the last 10 years.
So talk to me about the intersection between AI and Cognitiv in parenting.
Well, actually, it came about in an interesting way because we've been using AI for a long time in advertising. But in order to put the ads of our advertisers in the right place, we really needed to understand the content of the web pages that we were putting the ads on. And because we started to understand it better and better using AI, using these large language models that now everybody is using in ChatGPT and Gemini, we were able to really start to understand how the internet was being used and how it could be used better by parents.
You know, Jeremy, when I think about my life, I think of, I feel like I'm literally a clown, just juggling it all, just throwing stuff up in the air. You got kids that got to go here to practice. This person has to go to school. This person needs to eat. How does AI help with really taking that weight off of parents?
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about it as a more technology. And for parents, I think it gives them more time, period. Because yes, we can't necessarily make it you get to soccer faster, but we can help you plan dinner faster. AI can help you find answers to homework problems faster so that you can help your kid understand the questions that they're being asked. It's going to help you do the things that are taking you a long time. Plan birthday parties, for instance.
That's incredible. So can you talk to me about how, say I'm a parent and I'm putting in one of these prompts, what would I ask it? Like, plan this birthday party for this amount of people, or what would you type in?
Exactly. You could be very specific. You could say, hey, what pizza place is best for a kid's birthday party in Chicago? I was listening earlier, and I'm a Lou Malnati's guy, so hopefully the AI would say that that's the place to go. But you could do it for, what should we do on a rainy day? What are 3 new crafts that are being used by kids these days? And it'll give you some new options.
It's actually very good what you're saying, because I think one of the issues a lot of people have is they're still afraid of AI. They're thinking, some people I think in their mind, they think, well, if I tell AI this information about my family, some robot is going to come knocking on my door one day and proclaiming that they're me. What do you tell people that are afraid of AI, thinking that their information somehow and all of the details they tell AI about themselves goes into like a public space that could be used against them?
Yes, that is a good question and a real concern. Actually, they did a survey and 3 out of 5 people are wary of AI and using AI. What I would say to that is you should always be careful about what you put on the internet. You don't have to give them your names. You don't have to give them details about where you live, those personal details. But I like using it in ways where I can create a new bedtime story, for instance, or I can work with a tween and come up with a more advanced story than they had been able to do themselves. There's a lot of creativity and a lot of opportunity there, and I think you just have to treat it like you would any other internet tool or any other internet site, and you can get a lot out of it. The prompts are very natural. Whatever you would ask your friend, you could ask ChatGPT from a phrase perspective.
So, Jeremy, you seem so passionate about AI. Tell us why.
Well, I think it does go back a little bit to this 3 out of 5 people are wary of it. I think that AI, as a CEO of an AI company, I want to be a champion for the good things that it can do, the great things that it can do to help us all really be more productive, be more efficient, have more time for the things that we really want to be doing, and take less time on the things that are annoying and hard to do. We also came up with the idea that we could find and post the most positive news on the internet, because our AI is reading all of the websites on the internet to try to find the right places for advertisers. So we know and can score the most positive news on the internet. And we made a site for it that people could go to. And that's another thing that I think we can help parents with, because parents get so stressed and anxious these days. There's a site now that they can go to called morepositive.ai that only has the most positive news on the internet. It's all good news, all happy news.
Jeremy, real quick, and I don't even know if there's a quick answer to this, but for people that may be watching and maybe they've been, kind of leery of AI, when they ask AI a question, you go to ChatGPT and you say, hey, tonight, give me a new bedtime story to read to my daughter. Where is that information then coming from? Once you ask the question, where is the answer deriving from?
Yeah, that's a good question. I can give you a quick answer. So basically, AI, like ChatGPT or Gemini, there's a number of them, are scouring and reading the internet. All right, and almost anything is available digitally now. Now, to be clear, a lot of the time the companies are paying for the right to read that data. But what's happening is they're reading all of this content and then they're scoring it in a way that computers can really understand it. Then the computer looks into its big memory, let's call it, and puts together an answer based on all the things that they've read. So from a creative story perspective, it's going to find as many different stories that are sort of like what you asked and put them together one word at a time. Now, when you're asking it a research question, which is more of like, hey, can I find 5 articles on this topic, or please summarize this new mathematics that my kid is trying to learn, it will also go out and find resources for you and give you links to those resources. So it's not just making things up. It can do the searches for you and then give you the resources that you need.
So I'm curious, based off of Tia's question, I know a lot of the times you could also ask it to redesign something. Say I want to redesign my kid's bedroom. Where is it coming up with those pictures and the redesign of that?
Well, I would think that there are a lot of interior design blogs out there, a lot of interior design sites that have a lot of information on different ways to put your bedroom together. And that is being scoured by the AIs and put together into their memory to then synthesize an answer. And sometimes though, and this is where we're still in the beginning phases of AI, the answers come out. Let's say you ask it a question, you know the answer. Sometimes it'll give the wrong answer, or it will make up a web page that doesn't exist. That is the beginning stages of AI. We call that a hallucination. A little bit like it wants to give you the best answer, but it doesn't know it, so it's just going to guess. I think we've all been there ourselves. AI is a lot like that. When we want to give a good answer, but we don't necessarily know the answer, then it tends to what we call hallucinate. So it is important for you to really check a lot of these answers if you're using them for something very important, like writing a research paper, etc.
Yeah, very good advice. Jeremy Fain, CEO and co-founder of Cognitiv. Thank you so much for being with us. Before we let you go, where can people find you on social media?
Well, you can find Cognitiv, Team Cognitiv on Insta, and you can find us at morepositive.ai, where you can find all the greatest news on the internet that is uplifting. It gives you a positive pause, as we say.
All right, perfect. Yeah, we don't want anybody searching you down. We're going to go Team Cognitiv. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thank you.